Now here's a phone that has captured the attention of the internet, probably you as well. I know the moment I saw it, I was like, Willie do, we have to get our hands on it. It's very important. We've talked so much about notches on the front of displays and the different tactics that manufacturers are taking to eliminate that notch. This device in front of me is probably the craziest implementation I've seen. It's the Nubia X. This one shipped straight from Asia, has a Snapdragon 845. I mean, at first glance, like, okay, yeah, it looks like a phone, right? What about the back? It's reflective, it's blue, no big deal, right? Well, it is a big deal. There's a display hidden underneath here. Dual camera setup, Sony sensor. This looks like an IR blaster up on the top. Your fingerprint scanner is right here where your thumb rests. And the screen just lit up. Whoa. That's a look, ladies and gentlemen. That's a pretty look. 6.26 inches FHD plus. You can see that it is a steel frame. The whole thing feels solid. Oh, does it know? What? That's crazy. It knows, based on the way you're holding it, I guess, which screen you want to use. Look at this for the selfie. Look at that. Holy, that is strange. And just like that, you're taking a selfie on the back of the device, on the back of your smartphone. You're using the rear camera for your selfie. And there's a couple of beard hairs there, might I say. Wow, this is bizarre. And then how do I get, I wonder how I get, that one goes off and then I come back and then I'm on the front. And it's the same image with the higher resolution display. I'm squeezing it right now. What is this? Is that a function, Will? That's a squeeze function. It's a lot of unusual things going on with this device. Oh, wow. Okay, press the fingerprints at both sides and do not release. So these dual fingerprint scanners are used sort of like squeeze on the Pixel device. They actually serve a purpose. You hold it and then flip it and you flip back to the other display. It's a double-sided fingerprint authentication. That's pretty wild. It's got to get the thumb and the index. Look at this. Pay with double-sided fingerprints. Verify with double-sided fingerprints at the same time to make payments more safely. But it looks like you can also use it for various functions, including left side back, right side home, left side home, right side back. So you can use them as navigation buttons also. There's a lot of crazy ideas going on inside of this phone, ideas that I have never seen before. But really, what this whole thing is about is this crazy display on the front, possibly the highest screen to body ratio I've ever seen, and no motorized functionality necessary. Unlike the other devices that are out there that rely on a camera to pop up from the rear, this is just a solid slab. If you need to take a selfie or use a front-facing camera, then you simply flip it around and you're met with that. I think for most people, they're not even gonna really use this backside that often. It's just gonna be for selfie purposes. Now, the major benefit of this type of setup is you get the camera unit on the rear of the device, which typically in smartphones like this is the better camera of the bunch. You can also use it to showcase an always-on clock. You can have that power on a schedule also, so it could be kind of your nighttime clock or whatever on the bedside table. All right, so here's the thing. I mean, this is obviously incredibly over-engineered. They were trying to give you no distraction. I mean, obviously with a setup like this, you're getting all screen. When you watch a video, you're not gonna be cut off by any type of obstruction. It's like bringing a gun to a knife fight or something. If you only use the rear of the device when you need it, then who really cares if there's a display on it? It can be useful for you whenever you see fit, and you don't have to be nervous about some motorized functionality potentially wearing out like you see on some other devices that have attempted to go notchless. I assume this thing is going to be fairly expensive considering the fact that they've got to house this extra display in it. Now, here's the thing. Should I use it? Could I use it? Should I see if it bothers me that much? Maybe I should. As of right now, there's some really interesting and unusual things in here that I think require a bit more attention. The Nubia X. Let me know in the comments. Is this the next one? I need to do a switch here soon. I think Otis is convinced over there. He's jumping around. He likes the double screen. But the question is, do you like the double screen?